Now that you know about why we need marks and why we need to understand, I want you to take a look at the diagram. It shows four combination of marks and understanding. The first quadrant at the lower left side describes a student who is at a lower level of understanding as well as marks. Nowadays, there are many such students because of the mobile or internet effect, as we have described earlier. The students are not giving enough time for their studies, neither to understand nor to get marks. The number of such students is increasing day by day, year by year. There will be more of them in Gen Alpha unless those in power do something about it. What? You will ask? I don't know, and I don't even want to give some postulates here because I haven't done enough research on this matter as of now. On the opposite quadrant, you have students with high level of understanding as well as high marks. Such students were very rare in my own generation, and they are even rarer now. However, even because of the same effect of mobile and internet that we have discussed that led to the degradation in the cognitive capacity of the students, has enabled many students to excel both in understanding and marks. Before, to be in this quadrant, you need to have access to top level tutors and highly educated parents, as well as be enrolled in a prestigious school with highly paid teachers who have exposure in academia and corporate. However, now, if somebody seeks to understand, there are so many YouTube channels created by students and those who have finished their studies. That is, some are teachers and some are just hobbyists. Those channels explain any topic in such a way that there is no possibility of not understanding. The creators themselves must have been students in the same quadrant of high understanding and high marks. Then any aspiring student can watch those YouTube videos and boost their understanding capacity. They don't need the privileges that I just mentioned earlier on. Similarly, the same YouTube videos offer strategies to score higher marks. In this way, those who aspire greatness can achieve it at much less cost and expenditure of time. Then on the upper left side, you have students with low level of understanding and high marks. Such students are really motivated by the status and power that high score provide. So they will learn the subject as the teachers teach them. The whole objective is to get good marks in the exams. If possible, they will not try to understand anything. They might attempt to understand in order to be able to memorize so that they can write better in the exams to score higher marks. However, to be in this quadrant, the student must have control over his use of the mobile phone without some kind of sacrifice of immediate gratification provided by the various apps and hobbies like outings, sports. High marks can be obtained even if there is no need to understand. The problem with students in this category is that when you talk with them and give them real life situations, they behave like uneducated people. They just have not been able to breach their high scores in the exams with high IQ or intelligent quotient in real life situations. Finally, on the lower right quadrant, you have students with high level of understanding and low marks. This is a rare combination, so you can call them hardworking students. but not intelligent. Using the same description, you can call the earlier quadrant students as intelligent but not hardworking or diligent. Earlier on, I have described myself as such a person who focuses on understanding and omits the focus on marks. This could be due to various reasons, from not having a desire for status to not knowing how to write in the exams so as to please the examiner. If it is the former cause, then there is nothing you can do to take the student to the quadrant above. However, if the cause is the later one, then you can motivate the student by telling him that getting high marks will help him get a scholarship, even though he might not be interested in the status aspect. Then either he can research himself on YouTube, or a teacher can provide him the various strategies on how to write in the exams so as to make an impression strong enough on the examiner that he would get a 5-star rating or A plus. So this 2 by 2 matrix helps us in understanding the various students. I'm sure that as a student, you must have put yourself in one of the 4 quadrants. If you are a teacher, you must be able to see which student falls in which quadrant. The objective of this matrix is to give the students a map for improving their studies. Ultimately, we want all of our students to be in the upper right quadrant. It is just not enough to tell the students to study hard and get A plus. The student must know what is his preference in terms of understanding versus marks. Also, the teacher must be able to pinpoint what are his strengths and weaknesses in terms of understanding and marks. Not every student want to spend their life studying. Some want to be in sports, others want to dance, some want to start a business, while others want to become artists. Some love to talk with people, while others love to watch movies. So, what I'm getting at is it's not possible to enforce everybody to spend their childhood and youth in the pursuit of high marks and understanding even. We have to teach them how to strike a balance. The balance must not be only on how much time they should focus on studies versus their other interest, but also on how much effort they'll put to understand versus on how much they'll put to get high marks. The first thing they need to do is they need to be conscious about this particular decision to appropriate their energies. My personal advice to any student is understand more first, then it will be easier for you to memorize, solve, and replicate your learnings in the exams. Since you are reading this book and you have reached this far, I suggest that you go through all the chapters of this book because they are aimed at increasing your level of understanding using the 4 brain learning approach. Once you get initiated in this process of understanding any subject, you can continue by yourself whenever you study on your own, or even when you are listening to the lecturers in the class. After understanding, you have a choice on whether to focus on high marks or not. This book isn't written for the objective of scoring high marks, because many teachers can help you in the process, and there are so many materials available for this objective online and physical books. So if you choose to focus on high marks, just get a coach who can see how you write in the exams and find your weaknesses and guides you. It is not enough that you practice on your own. You need to have somebody who observes your exams and can give you the feedback on which you can improve. You need somebody who knows how to get high marks, get not only tips from such a person, but get personal coaching. That's expensive. Still, the most difficult part is finding an exam coach. They are subject coaches, but exam coaches, they don't actually exist. But I'm sure that the idea will catch on. It's not different from a coach in football or tennis. He must observe and give the feedback so that you can practice in a more effective and correct way. So in this way, you can and you have to strike a balance between understanding and marks. To have both of them takes a very long time. If you have only half the time because of your other interests, as we have talked earlier, then you will have to choose between understanding or marks. With half the time allocated to studies, you can't have both. That is a reality that you must learn to accept.